Keek on the mic, keek on the mic, keek on the mic, keek on the mic. People, this the intro. Sacramento, California, born and raised. In Antelope is where I spend most of my days. Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you also follow me on all my social media platforms to stay connected with all Keek on the Mic news. So Bears fans, I recently posted a video going over 5 realistic trade proposals for the #1 overall pick, and you guys really seemed to enjoy that video. So once again, thank you guys for all the love and support on all the videos I've been posting. So today on Keek on the Mic, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing with just a little bit of twist. Instead of doing the 5 realistic trade proposals for the #1 overall pick, I am going to be offering 5 blockbuster NFL draft trade proposals for the #1 overall pick. And Bears fans, this should be a really fun video. And before I get started, I just want to let you guys know, don't take this video too personally. I understand that most of these trade scenarios are probably a little bit unrealistic, and that's why it's Blockbuster. Can they happen? Possibly, but I don't want you guys to really take me seriously in this video. Take it with a grain of salt. So don't be attacking me in the comments once this video is posted on YouTube. So here we go. And like always, as I'm going through these 5 different blockbuster trade proposals for the Chicago Bears #1 overall pick, feel free to comment down below and let me know if you would accept this offer and what offers you would like to see in terms of blockbuster deals for the Chicago Bears #1 overall pick. So here we go. The first team is the Indianapolis Colts, a team that we've been talking a lot about in terms of trading up for the #1 overall pick. We all know that the Colts desperately need a quarterback, and I know there's been a lot of controversy saying, you know what, maybe the Colts can just stay put and hopefully get the quarterback they want. But I feel like at the end of the day, the Indianapolis Colts, if they want the guy, their guy, they're going to have to trade up. So the trade proposal I have for a blockbuster deal with the Indianapolis Colts is that the Colts obviously received the #1 overall pick, and the Chicago Bears would receive #4 overall pick, #35 overall pick, a 2024 second-round pick, and guard Quentin Nelson. For weeks now, I've been talking about the Indianapolis Colts. I brought up DeForest Buckner. I brought up Michael Pittman Jr., right? But never once have I brought up guard Quentin Nelson. Will the Indianapolis Colts actually consider trading Quentin Nelson? I'm not too confident in that. But can you imagine a blockbuster deal where you get a bevy of draft picks and one of the best guards in the National Football League? Bears fans, I would absolutely accept this offer and bring Quentin Nelson to the Chicago Bears. I believe a couple years back when Quentin Nelson was coming out of college, the Chicago Bears were actually eyeing Quentin Nelson. The Colts ended up getting him, and I was really bummed. But Quentin Nelson is an absolute stud. He is only 26 years old, stands at 6'5", 331 pounds, and we all know this by now. The Chicago Bears have a whole lot of offensive line problems. We need to build the trenches. Adding a guy like Quentin Nelson will go a long way, and I mean a long way. He is a massive upgrade over anybody we have on this offensive line currently. He would be a massive upgrade for the Chicago Bears and help keep Justin Fields upright. Once again, will this actually happen? Probably not. But I can guarantee you, if the Colts are desperate enough in trading up again their guy and they include a guy like Quentin Nelson, Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears better accept this trade proposal. Bears fans, before I move on to my next trade proposal, would you accept this deal with the Indianapolis Colts that includes guard Quentin Nelson? Let me know down below in the comment section. The second team on my list is the Carolina Panthers, and this is another team that we've been talking about a lot, a team that is going to be in the market for a quarterback, most likely one of the young quarterbacks in this year's NFL draft. We've talked about this before. The only reason why I don't really like the Carolina Panthers deal in terms of it was just a normal deal, not a blockbuster deal, is because they're all the way at #9 overall. Trading back 8 spots guarantees that you will not get Will Anderson Jr. or Jalen Carter. So I do not like that. But in this trade proposal, the blockbuster deal for the Carolina Panthers, we would give them number 1 overall pick, and the Bears would receive number 9 overall pick, number 39 overall pick, a 2024 first round pick, and wide receiver DJ Moore. Bears fans, much like offensive line and defensive line, the Chicago Bears need to find a true number 1 wide receiver. And I am very confident that DJ Moore can be that true number 1 wide receiver for Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears offense. He is 25 years old, 6 foot, 209 pounds, and this guy is just a certified stud. In 2022, he had 63 catches, 888 yards, 7 total touchdowns. And before this season, he had three straight 1,000-yard seasons. And to me, when you look at DJ Moore, he is so underrated and doesn't get enough respect in the NFL as a true number 1 wide receiver in the NFL. He is a consistent threat at wide receiver and has succeeded with inconsistent QB play. He has done all this with nobody in playing quarterback, right? So just imagine bringing him here to Chicago with Justin Fields, with Darnell Mooney, with Chase Claypool, with Velus Jones. I think it would be absolutely beautiful. When you look at DJ Moore, he did recently just sign a 3-year, $61.8 million extension. I'm not sure if the Carolina Panthers would be willing to let go of DJ Moore, but I would be more confident of the Panthers letting go of DJ Moore rather than a guy like Brian Burns, which is another guy that I would be absolutely interested in if he was available. But once again, if this was an opportunity for the Bears to trade back 8 spots to 9, picking up a true number 1 wide receiver, getting a whole bunch of draft capital, and still being able to pick within the top 10, and still getting probably a solid pass rusher or a defensive lineman, which is really deep in this NFL draft, I would be all for it. So I would definitely accept this trade from the Carolina Panthers. So once again, would you guys accept this trade that involves DJ Moore from the Carolina Panthers? Let me know down below in the comment section. The next team on my list, and this may come as a bit of a surprise, and as I was writing this podcast, I was kind of like, you know what, Bears fans may not really like this one, but it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And in this trade proposal, I give the Bucs number 1 overall pick, and the Bears will receive number 19 overall pick, number 50 overall pick, number 82 overall pick in the 3rd round, a 2024 first and second round pick, and wide receiver Chris Godwin. The first thing I know you guys are going to tell me, well, Keek, you really want to trade down 18 spots from number 1 to number 19? No, that I wouldn't like that move originally, right? And you don't want to trade down 18 spots for multiple reasons. Not only you're not going to be able to get Will Anderson Jr. or Jalen Carter, you're probably not even going to get Tyree Wilson or Isaiah Foskey or any of the other good defensive linemen, right? So you're taking a huge risk by trading down 18 spots. But when you look at this trade package that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would offer the Chicago Bears, number 19 overall, number 50 overall, number 82 overall, and a 2024 first and second round pick, and a true number 1 wide receiver in my eyes, and wide receiver Chris Godwin. When you look at Chris Godwin, he's 26 years old, he stands at 6'1", 209 pounds. And the only reason why I brought up Tampa Bay in this video is with Tom Brady's future with the Bucs kind of in limbo, kind of in questions. The Bucs could be looking to sell some of their players like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, among others, right? So Chris Godwin, when you look at him, he does have some injury history, but at only 26 years old, and when he is at full strength, Chris Godwin has consistently put up wide receiver 1 numbers. This season, he hauled in 104 catches for 1,023 yards, 3 touchdowns, along with 98 catches, 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns in 2021. Godwin is a certified baller and would give Fields a true number 1 for the Chicago Bears offense. And I feel like he would elevate guys like Chase Claypool and Darnell Mooney. Can you imagine having Godwin, Claypool, Mooney, Velus, Cole Kmet? I think it would be beautiful for the Chicago Bears offense. Before I move on to my next blockbuster trade, would you guys accept this trade from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that includes wide receiver Chris Godwin? Let me know down below in the comment section. The number 4 team on my list is the Las Vegas Raiders. Once again, this is another team that we talked about a lot. In this blockbuster trade with the Las Vegas Raiders, I have the Raiders receiving the number 1 overall pick, and the Bears will receive number 7 overall, 2024 first round pick. And I know you guys think I'm going to say wide receiver Devontae Adams, but no, in this blockbuster trade, DN Max Crosby. Max Crosby is 25 years old, 6'5", 256 pounds. The Bears need defensive line help badly, and Max Crosby would solve a lot of those issues on the defensive line. Crosby has really popped onto the scene in the last couple of seasons for the Las Vegas Raiders and has been a dominant force for them. When you look at this season, he notched 12 and a half sacks to go along with his 37 and a half total sacks in 4 seasons with the Raiders. I do want to mention that he did just sign a 4-year, $94 million extension back in March of 2022 with the Las Vegas Raiders. Would the Raiders actually be willing to trade Max Crosby? Probably not. I think they learned from their mistake when they traded Khalil Mack to the Chicago Bears back in 2018. So I'm not sure if they would be willing to get rid of Max Crosby, but much like guard Quentin Nelson in the Colts Blockbuster trade, if this was even a possibility, I think Ryan Poles would jump on the opportunity. Once again, when you look at the trade package, not only do you get a guy that would come onto your defense and make your defensive line instantly better, you still get the number 7 overall pick. So you could still get another guy either on the offensive line or defensive line to come in and help your football team and still be able to get a next year's first as well. So I think it's an absolute haul. I think this is something that I would be interested in. Yes, you're not getting Will Anderson Jr. or Jalen Carter, but you are getting a guy that has proved to be a consistent threat in the NFL as a pass rusher, and Max Crosby. So I would definitely be okay with this trade from the Las Vegas Raiders. Bears fans, would you accept this blockbuster trade from the Las Vegas Raiders that includes DN Max Crosby? Let me know down below in the comment section. The last team on my list, and this one, to me, it doesn't involve any players, but this is from the Houston Texans. The Texans received the number 1 overall pick and a 2023 4th-round pick from the Chicago Bears, and the Bears received number 2 overall pick and the number 12 overall pick. And I know there's been a lot of Bears fans coming on the comment section, right, or over social media saying, you know what, there's absolutely no way that the Houston Texans trade both of their 1st-round picks to move up 1 spot. Why not? Once again, we talked about it a lot. If they feel strongly about one guy, if one guy separates themselves and they do not want the Indianapolis Colts to jump them, they may be willing to say, you know what, Chicago, we will give you 2 first-round picks this year, right? And that's it. And you just give us your number 1 overall pick and 2023 4th-round pick. I would absolutely love this deal. Is it the most realistic trade proposal? Maybe not, but I truly feel in my hearts of hearts, if the Houston Texans get desperate and they get a little bit nervous from the teams behind them, and once again, one quarterback separates themselves from the other 3 or 4 quarterbacks that are coming into this draft, I can definitely see this trade being a possibility. And if this is even a trade proposal, I think Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears would jump on this opportunity. And then for most Bears fans, this is what you guys would want to see, right? You get number 2 and number 12 overall. Now you can take that number 2 and trade back again and gain more draft capital. Now Ryan Poles' vision is starting to come to life, to be able to stockpile picks and build through the NFL draft. Chicago Bears fans, I would absolutely love this trade offer from the Houston Texans. So Bears fans, let me ask you guys this. Would you accept this offer from the Houston Texans that would land us the number 2 and number 12 overall picks in the 2023 NFL draft? Let me know down below in the comment sections. So those are my 5 blockbuster NFL draft day trades for the number 1 overall pick. I truly feel that there's going to be some teams that may be willing to offer us the house. I'm not saying we're going to get these players that I mentioned, but maybe there will be some other players involved just because teams want to entice the Chicago Bears to trade with them. And once again, this all depends on how the quarterbacks do in their pro days or in the combine. And let's say Bryce Young separates himself from a guy like CJ Stroud or Will Levis, right? If he's able to do that, then teams may become more desperate and say, you know what, we need to trade up because that is our guy. So, you know, I know it may not seem really realistic right now, but you never know what can happen on draft day. So once again, before I let you guys go, out of the 5 teams that I mentioned, which one would you trade with? Let me know down below in the comment section. Before I let you guys go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Kick on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, we'll be back for our all new Bears podcast right here on Kick on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.